A.J. McCarron becomes the first Alabama QB to win in almost 3 decades. The Bengals inch closer to a first-round bye. Things are looking up again in Cincinnati. So, Anthony, are you ready to do this?
Wait, am I...
Let's get cracking! Oh, ye of little faith, you really thought a thumb was gonna get in our way? This isn't 1985, Dr. Brown. It's 2015. Anthony, honestly, I hated you when we first got here. But after this most recent win, you really don't seem that bad. I'm not sure if it's because the Bengals dominated the team that robbed us of a couple of championships, or because I've finally gotten used to all the cologne that you wear. I mean, you smell like the men's perfume counter at Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, the trick is you just keep trying free samples till they kick you out.
Yeah, but I really need me some Daddy-O right now, man. He would get how big this win was. Look, McCarron making his first start ever, with no real running game, mind you, led us to a blowout win on the road. I don't care who the opponent was, okay? Remember, we were up 24-0 midway through the third quarter before we let the 49ers score a couple of garbage time touchdowns. Now we're guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, close to clinching the AFC North, and you know what, with this kind of attitude and edginess that McCarron, we have a real chance of winning in Denver next Monday and holding on to the number 2 seed.
Yeah, the thing is, I was actually in San Francisco because my wife, she loves this thing called the Ball Buster. So here we are watching this movie, and the 3D effects are friggin' awesome. But I said, hey, why shouldn't I go see the Bengals play? I mean, I talk about them all the time. So I did. And you talk about ball busting. McCarron got taken down 4 times by a defense that's about as tough as a violent minion. So what did you see that makes you think they can beat the Broncos, who are number 1 in overall defense and lead the league in sacks and interjections?
Well, despite what Hugh Jackson said earlier, he really didn't cut McCarron loose. The Bengals used a battle ram approach, just running that ball as often as they could. Look, on their first 2 drives, in 9 plays, they only threw the ball 1 time. And what happened on that play? Oh, only a beautiful 37-yard completion to A.J. Green. At the half, McCarron was 8 of 12 for 102 yards and a touchdown. And we had a 21-0 lead.
Yeah, but I remember reading something about how strudels or something like that were important for them touchdowns.
I think you mean turnovers, but you're right. Yeah, the defense got us 2 interceptions and a forced fumble that led to 2 touchdowns in the first half. Plus, we got another touchdown after a bad punt. But you know what my point is? McCarron really had great ball placement on a number of deep throws. Sure, he's still going through growing pains, but there were moments when he looked like a true starter and a guy who's up to the challenge of playing a Monday night game in Denver, a place, by the way, the Bengals haven't won since 1975, back when I still had some hair on my head. And you want to know why I think that McCracken is up to this challenge? Because he trusts his players and he has a short memory when it comes to mistakes. Look, take for example his beautiful 47-yard pass to Marvin Jones on 3rd and 8. Just 1 play earlier, Jones got called for holding on a reception by Tyler Kroft, negating a first down. But instead of moping, on the very next play, McCracken splits 2 defenders with pinpoint accuracy and gets Jones pumped up, raising the morale of his team.
Yeah, against the 49ers, McCarron completed those deep passes like he was eating cake on a donkey in the park. But you really think he'll be able to find Jones and A.J. Green like that against the Brachiosauruses or whatever?
I'm glad you asked, because that's the topic of today's Hujoscope. Anthony spent his weekend watching the Nutcracker. But if we want to get McCracken to start cracking nuts against the Broncos, we have to set the man free. Let him throw. Because a guy like McCarron, he is the antithesis, the exact opposite of Dalton. This guy isn't the cerebral back. He's pure heart. And he's got to be in it to win it, man. McCarron, as you well know, Anthony, is from
Alexandria? Did I get that?
Alabama. Now, another celebrity from Alabama is my good friend who once shared the stage with me at a benefit to save reindeer from the model myth stereotype, the brilliant Lionel Richie. You see, if McCarron were playing the Broncos on a normal Sunday game in Cincy, in the jungle. I'd call it a near effortless win. Why? Because it would be easy like Sunday morning. But this is going to be a Monday night game, and it's going to be at Mile High Stadium.
Ooh, I won't be going to that one. I've been scared of heights ever since I took that teacup ride or whatever.
So, in other words, he's going to have to be dancing on the ceiling. That is, playing extraordinarily well at a high altitude to win. In order for that to happen, the Bengals will need the 5'9" Giovanni Bernard to be a big factor in the receiving game. Why? Well, look at the Broncos' losses to the Colts when 5'9" T.Y. Hilton led them, just like I hope Bernard leads us, in receiving with 82 yards. Then they lost to the Chiefs when 5'10" running back Charkandrick West led them with 92 yards receiving. Then to the Raiders when their tight ends came up big. And to the Steelers last Sunday when 5'10" Antonio Brown ran wild against them. Look, the point is, bigger, taller, wide receivers haven't found much success against Aqib Talib and company. And in their last two games, both losses, the Broncos have allowed an average of just 25 yards on the ground. So, McCarron simply cannot treat Giovanni like a wandering stranger in the passing game, especially if Tyler Eifert misses another game. If McCarron realizes this, then the diminutive but tough as nails running back will be running with the night, and indeed, love will conquer all. So, a merry hooday to you all and to all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be getting a Christmas bonus, and by that I mean my first paycheck, because I actually I haven't been getting